For DannyHauger.podbean.com and KZSU Stanford Radio, this is Danny Hauger live from the 150th anniversary of the Scottish Highland Games, taking place today at the Pleasanton Dublin Fairgrounds in California's Bay Area. Should be a day of excitement and activities celebrating Scottish culture and heritage, and I am proud to bring you all the events coming up right now on Danny Hauger Podcast Presents the Scottish Highland Games 2015. So Danny Hauger here, and after a minimal wait in line compared to a lot of meet and greets that you'd approach, after just about 30 minutes, we're here to meet Hafthor Julius Bjornsson, and you're like, who's that? And I'm like, I'll tell you, just wait a second. And it's very rude of you to be impatient and ask me a question while I'm talking. I was talking about the Mountain from Game of Thrones, and he's here Saturday and Sunday at the 150th Annual Scottish Highland Games here in Pleasanton, and I'm standing with a bunch of super fans who really dwarf my interest in the show by a lot, although I do like it. Jessi, why are you so excited to meet the Mountain? And you're literally 7 feet from him right now.
Because he is amazing, and because he crushed one of my favorite characters' heads off, and also because he's now in this upcoming season going to be a super zombie for Cersei, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's also accomplished a whole lot in his last 5 years, coming in very high placements in the World's Strongest Man 2011 to 2015, along with many other world events. Mellisa, what are you excited about?
Oh, just taking a picture next to him and seeing how short I am compared to him.
Very good, very good. What would the difference in height be? What do you think you stand? Because we know he's 6'8.5".
That would be 1 foot and 8 inches taller than me.
Wow, that's quite the difference. And math students, I'm going to have you calculate the percentage of difference there on Monday or Tuesday. So there we go. James, what do you think? You're really close to him. You can see his caps are like bigger than our heads. How do you feel about that?
Please don't crush my head.
I feel like that's an appropriate response. Yes, very good, very good. New friend in line, anything to say?
Whoa.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that sums it up. Very well done by the astrophysicist in the bunch. Awesome, and we're here, and we're just going to walk through the line. It's a running recording. We're like, 5 people back of actually getting our autograph signed.
We're 2 back.
And I'm going to just keep the audio going. And that way maybe he'll say something to us, and I can get it on tape. I'll edit out this dead space. Edit here, edit here, edit here.
Seems like a nice guy.
I don't have to tell myself to edit. I should figure it out, but, you know.
I would dare say he's larger than life. Put that in there too.
Now I have to credit you for that one. James Ryan says, larger than life. So Mellisa, you and I will photo together. You two want to go first?
Sure, you guys go first.
That way we're organized, we're moving well.
Well, if he's going to be crushing my head, how's he going to do it with a couple first?
Well, if he crushes your head, I can just be sad.
Go ahead, you two. Mellisa, you taking it?
Yeah.
So Jessi and James are actually shaking hands with the Mountain right now. And Melissa's taking the picture.
Oh, regular? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Take a bunch.
Okay, do you want to crush his head?
No.
Okay, ready?
Oh wow, he's doing it. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
That's really nice of you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for doing that, man. We appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
It's great to meet you.
That's huge.
Congratulations on all the success, by the way.
Okay, I got it.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you so
Good luck
much.
today. All right, and that's how we do that. You know what, we had an awesome time yesterday at the Scottish Highland Games. I'm looking back at some of the photos, and of course the excitement of 3 of the 4 of us was mainly about meeting the Mountain, and that's not really fair because I was pretty impressed, and more impressed not just by his physical stature, but Hafthor was really a nice guy when we got up there. You know, when celebrities have to do interview meet and greets, it often can be a lot of work, especially on a day where you're competing and you have your focus on your competitive nature and the preparations that you want to do, and especially with the years of experience I had with Angels baseball, when those guys have a lot going on and they're trying to figure out their mechanics and are on the middle of a home stretch or a back-to-back road games and all the competition they have to do, and then they have to go out and sign autographs. A lot of them love doing it and really do appreciate the privilege and opportunity that they get in being in a special circumstance and being highly regarded. But I imagine so many people ask him to crush their heads or lift them up. I guess you either embrace it or you don't, and I want to give him credit because he was super nice and super friendly. And even though I cringed a little when we asked him, he was really, really gracious to give us that moment and that photograph. And it's that kind of connection with your fans that's going to lead to long-term success. But this was just one part of the day. In fact, we met with the Mountain, and it wasn't even noon yet. So we had 5-6 solid hours of entertainment that we went through. I really enjoyed seeing the harps and the musical performances with the fiddle players and the guitarists on one of the many stages of live entertainment that were there celebrating Scottish heritage in music and folk songs. There were a lot of great vendors there and always excellent food at the county fair. And we had a really great time watching the sheepdog competition too. We spent at least an hour there watching the dogs and trying to understand a little bit more of the psychology that goes into sheep herding. And that was really an outstanding experience. I know Mellisa, there'll be photos here with her and the Scottish cows, and she loved how their bangs look like hair in front of their eyes and they look like beautiful little animals. We had just a fun time. I love the birds of prey. I want to put that up there as my favorite of the day from my Birds in the Environment class at Dominican University. Lots of things to see. I loved watching the clans and seeing all the different flags and cultural heritage and influence there. And overall, it's a great place for family fun. That was the biggest takeaway, and that was something that the group kept talking about. Was it's different than the Renaissance Fair and other fairs that you go to, and it's completely open to everyone, and everyone's very friendly and having a great time. So certainly something to check out if you never have. I'm glad that I went, and I'm going to put it on my calendar for next year, the Scottish Highland Games. You can check out more information online about it. And I want to thank you for listening to Danny Hauger Presents. It was a real pleasure to get to know some of the people, fans, friends, and all of the performers. So it was a great time, and for now, that's about it. This is Danny Hauger telling you it's a big world out there. Go out and catch a little piece of it, and be respectful of all world cultures. Thanks a lot for listening. Subscribe on iTunes at Danny Hauger Podcast, and we'll see you next time right here on Danny Hauger Podcast. Take us out, bagpipes.